Hello everyone, Paul here. Today I'm going to be talking about a quick strategy video. Now this is looking at the total market cap, but this is basically kind of how to improve your chances on, predicting the direction and which way everything's going. This will help increase your chances, but the likelihood to see this in the charts is it doesn't happen as much. So before I start my day, I always do this, and that is looking at everything on the weekly, and that's mainly the total market cap and looking at it on the weekly. Now, if you look at this on the weekly, you'll be able to find the moments when the market is going up and going down. So this is going to be a very quick video, but I'm just going to show you how doing this will, it'll help increase your chances for if you're doing things like future trades, if you're doing Bitcoin. The main ones are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and MicroStrategy, because where the market is going, it kind of affects those three the most, and then it affects everything else after. But it affects those the MicroStrategy and Bitcoin, Ethereum the most by doing this strategy. But if you want to do all coins, it'll affect it, but it affects it just a little bit slower. But anyway, let's look at the chart, and I'll show you exactly how to pinpoint exactly when something is starting to get bullish or when something's starting to get bearish. Okay, for this strategy to work, I would recommend having the settings like, I talk about this in every video. I get the 3 smooth moving averages, and I have it set to 5, 8, and 20. I have my 20 being a little bit more thick, so that way it kind of stands out. You can see, basically the 20 moving average shows you, it'll show you in general what direction everything is going. So let's just hide the candles real quick. Now if we look at the 20 moving average, and we are on the weekly here, if we look at the 20 moving average, from this point, when you see the other 2 lines above the 20 moving averages, you'll know that it is a bullish signal. When the 2 lines are below it, that is a signal for a downtrend. So you see it, let's see if we can find it. This is a downtrend. So this is the weekly here. So this is a weekly, and you see it crossing here. So from this point on, everything is bearish. So that's what you look for with the 20 moving average. You basically can figure out when something is going to be bearish or bullish just by looking at the 20 moving average. But that's the first thing that you can look at to get the hint. And you want to do this with the total market cap. We're not looking at any specific stock or crypto. We're looking at the total market cap. So doing this with the total market cap will give you the outline of what is happening in the market altogether. So what we can see right here on the weekly, if we hide the candles here, what direction are we going right now? It looks like it's about to cross on the weekly, and it looks like a downtrend. That's where we look like we're headed. It doesn't look like anything is bullish right now. And if the RSI right here, it crossed right here. So from anywhere from this point where they look like they're about to cross, and when it crosses on the RSI, we are in a bearish movement right now. There is nothing bullish right now. The market cap is going down. So knowing that the market cap is going down, your entry point, whatever you want to be doing, whether that, like I said in the beginning, if you're focused on Bitcoin and Ethereum, those are the main ones that get affected the first. But also if you're doing MicroStrategy with options trading, this will affect all 3. So what you want to look for is the moment when it crosses on the RSI. That's what you got to look for. So every time that it crosses on the RSI is a good signal for when everything is going to start to go in that direction. So we see it crossing right here on the RSI, and this is a signal. So from this point right here, draw a line. Let me draw a line right here. So from this point right here is the start of the downtrend. So any time from here would be a time to come in with a with a put or a short with Bitcoin, Ethereum, basically the overall market. So the next time that happened was right here. We see that it did go back up a little bit. So this would have been a brief uptrend right here. So we go here, draw that line. So this point was the uptrend, and this lasted for 3 to 4 weeks. Then it went back down again. So they find that it crossed again right here. If it crossed right here, this was the signal. This was when it started to go down. So this was your downtrend. So you can easily pick up when it started to go down and when it's starting to go up. What you have to look for is your RSI has to cross on the weekly. When you see it crossing on the weekly, you'll know in general what direction the market is going to go. So what we could tell right here, right now with crypto is we are in a downtrend. So we were kind of like hanging down here. We're not in that moment of going back up, but it could happen. It's not going to happen this week, and we could continue to keep going down further is what it looks like, because it's crossing. It looks like it's about to cross on the cross with the moving averages, and the RSI is also signaling that it's a downtrend. So for you to figure out which direction we're going, look at your RSI and look at the moment when it crosses. So when it crosses, like right here, this is the signal of a uptrend. So right here is the start of the uptrend. So it's very easy to find now, because we are focused on the total market cap. We're not focused on one particular crypto or stock. We're focused on the total market cap. And when you know what the total market cap is going to be doing, you know that everything else is going to be affected by that direction. So, when you see the total market cap cross on the RSI, you'll know that you're going to be starting in a uptrend or downtrend. It depends. You just look for the cross on the RSI. So that's basically it, and doing this will help your chances with your trades, because you'll basically know what direction the market's going every time. The downside to this, if you do this on the weekly, you have to wait a while, because these are weekly candles, so you have to wait for it to cross. If you don't want to do it on the weekly, the next level I would suggest would be either the day or the 4-hour, but that's the next level if you don't want to wait for the cross and see. Don't do this on smaller time frames, because you'll get wrecked that way. But to overall see the direction of the total market, just look for the cross either on the weekly, daily, or the 6-hour or the 4-hour. Those are the top ones that I would do. I wouldn't do any of the other smaller time frames. So anyway, this really helps find the overall direction in the market. And it really helps if you're doing Bitcoin trades, Ethereum trades, or MicroStrategy with the stock market, because MicroStrategy is affected. MicroStrategy is affected with the price of Bitcoin. So if you know this, if you look for this on the MicroStrategy, when the stock market is open and you see the cross on the weekly, you basically know what direction it's going to be going. So you just find the cross with the RSI. And also look at your moving averages to see if there's a cross on there as well. But other than that, if you guys like this video, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in future videos.